Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep into something pretty amazing in the universe today. We're talking about Messier objects. And no, before you ask, they're not comets.
That's the funny thing, though. They're actually connected to comets in a kind of backwards way.
Oh, how so?
Well, the guy who made the list, Charles Messier, he was obsessed with comets. I mean,
Oh,
back in the 1700s, comets were huge, like the astronomical event of the century if you found one.
yeah, makes sense. No internet or anything back then. Sky was the big show, right?
Exactly. So Messier, he's out there night after night hunting for these comets. But telescopes were way less powerful then, and he kept finding these fuzzy patches in the sky that looked like comets at first. But they weren't.
Ah, I can see how that'd be annoying. Like, got it. Oh, wait, no.
Over and over again. So he gets this idea, starts writing down all these fake comets, basically.
Smart, and not a comet list. Saves you time in the long run.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is the origin of the Messier catalog. 110 deep sky objects that, to this day, astronomers use as a guide.
Hold on, wait, seriously. Still useful, even now. I mean, we've got telescopes that can see practically forever, right?
You'd think we'd have moved past it, wouldn't you? But the Messier objects are kind of like the classics,
Okay, I see.
They're bright, they're relatively close, which means even amateur astronomers can see them. And each one tells us a story about the universe, about how stars form, how galaxies evolve, the whole shebang.
Okay, that makes more sense now. So let's back up a sec, though. Who was this Messier guy? Besides, the frustrated comet hunter.
Well, he was a French astronomer, totally dedicated to his craft, born in 1730, and comets were his passion, as we've established.
Yeah, he must have been pretty excited every time he spotted a fuzzy blob. Until it wasn't a comet, that is.
Huh, exactly. So picture this, 1774, he publishes this first version of his catalog, only 45 objects on it at that point.
Ah, so it was a work in progress.
Oh, yeah, very much so. He kept observing, kept adding to the list. By 1781, he'd gotten up to 103 objects.
Well, wait, there's 110 in the Messier catalog now, right? So what happened?
More discoveries. Even after Messier was gone, other astronomers found his notes, observations by his assistant, Pierre Méchain.
So it was kind of like a group effort, even if he didn't know it at the time.
Yeah, pretty much. And over the years, they added those extra objects,
Yeah.
bringing it up to the 110 we have today. Amazing, right?
It is. So we keep saying deep sky objects, but what exactly does that cover? Like, what are we actually talking about here?
Great question. Think of it like categories in a cosmic zoo. Okay,
Yeah.
we've got nebulae, star clusters, and galaxies. Each one is mind-blowing in its own way.
Okay, yeah, break it down for me. What's a nebula?
Imagine a giant cloud of gas and dust,
Yeah.
right? That's your nebula. And this is where stars are born.
Wait, for real, we can see where stars are made.
Oh, absolutely. Take the Orion Nebula, for example, is one of the most famous ones. Huge cloud of hydrogen, gravity pulls it together, and boom, stars start igniting.
That's insane. I always pictured stars just kind of being there forever. Never really thought about how they got started.
Most people don't. But these nebulae, they're like stellar nurseries.
Hmm.
And then you've got your star clusters.
Right, those were on the list. What are those, like, groups of stars hanging out together?
Yep, held together by gravity. Two types. Open clusters, those are kind of loose, like a few hundred stars maybe. Then there's globular clusters. These are packed tight. Hundreds of thousands, even millions of stars, all in a ball.
Oh, wow, so like star cities almost. Densely populated.
Perfect analogy. And of course, we've got galaxies. These are the big ones. Massive collections of stars, gas, dust, everything. Our Milky Way is a galaxy.
Right, right. So are these other galaxies in the Messier catalog, like, way out there far away?
Some are, yeah. But there's one you can actually see with your naked eye if the sky's dark enough. The Andromeda galaxy.
Andromeda, like the myth.
The one and only.
Oh.
Our closest major galactic neighbor, about 2.5 million light years away. Think about that. The light we see from it started traveling 2.5 million years ago.
Oh, that's a really long time. I can barely plan my week. Never mind, 2.5 million years ago.
It boggles the mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the scale we're talking about when we discuss galaxies in the universe. It's vast, it's ancient, and it's full of these incredible objects. And thanks to Messier's list, we have a guide to some of the most spectacular ones.
I'm already getting excited to talk more about some of these specific objects, but first, I think we need a quick break to let all this cosmic information sink in. We'll be back in a flash to continue exploring the wonders of the Messier catalog. Okay, we're back, and my mind is still reeling a bit from all that talk about galaxies and light years. But hey, we're here to explore, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of exploring, let's talk about those nebulae in more detail. They're not just pretty clouds, you know.
Yeah, you mentioned they're like star factories, which is kind of hard to wrap my head around.
Okay, it's wild, isn't it? And one of the best examples to see this in action is the Orion Nebula.
Orion Nebula rings a bell. Isn't that the one you can actually see without a telescope?
Yep. If you find the constellation Orion, look for his belt, 3 stars in a row. Easy to spot. And just below the belt, you'll see it. Kind of fuzzy looking.
I think I have seen that. Always wondered what it was, just figured my eyes were blurry or something. So that's where stars are being made.
Right there. And through a telescope. Man, the colors, the swirls of gas. It's like a cosmic painting.
Now I really want to see that up close. So how does it work, though? Stars just popping up randomly in this cloud?
Not exactly random. It's all about gravity. See, you start with this huge cloud of mostly hydrogen gas just floating around.
Right, makes sense.
But gravity pulls it all together, slowly at first. But as it gets denser, heats up. Bam, you get nuclear fusion.
Nuclear fusion, that's some serious stuff.
It is this. That's where hydrogen atoms basically smash together, make helium, and release a ton of energy. That energy, my friend, is what makes a star shine.
Wow, so the Orion Nebula, we're looking at baby stars.
Stellar newborns. It's
Wow.
one of those fundamental processes in the universe, and we can see it happening.
Makes you feel kind of small, you know? Thinking about all that happening out there.
It's humbling, that's for sure. But speaking of feeling small, let's talk about globular clusters.
Those were the tightly packed ones, right? The star cities.
Exactly. Now imagine those stars are super old, like some of the oldest things in the galaxy.
Wow, seriously. So they've been around, like, forever.
Almost. We're talking billions of years. They give us clues about what the Milky Way was like way back when. It's like looking back in time.
Okay, that's just cool. Any famous globular clusters that I could, point my telescope at?
Oh yeah, M13. It's called the Great Globular Cluster in Hercules. You'll need a dark sky to see it well, but it's worth the effort.
Hercules, the constellation. I know that one. So this cluster is like part of the picture.
Kinda. If you find the constellation, look just above the hero's right knee. There's a fuzzy patch there. That's M13.
Get out of here. That tiny little blur is a whole bunch of ancient stars.
Hundreds of thousands of them. Through a good telescope, it's unreal, like a swarm of bees all buzzing around.
So we've got star nurseries, star cities, and even ancient star swarms. This Messier guy was onto something, wasn't he?
He was. And the best part is, you don't need some super fancy observatory to see most of these objects.
Wait, really? So I can actually see this stuff with, like, a regular telescope?
Absolutely. That's what makes the Messier catalog so great. It's astronomy for everyone, not just scientists.
I love that. It makes the universe seem a little less intimidating, you know?
Totally. But don't underestimate these regular objects. We're still learning a ton from them.
Really? Even with all our fancy tech and everything, why is that?
Because even though they're close by, cosmically speaking, they still hold a lot of mysteries. The Orion Nebula, for example, helps us understand how those early stars form, what conditions they need.
Oh, I see.
And globular clusters. Those ancient stars, they tell us about the Milky Way's history, how it's changed over time.
So it's like, we're still piecing together the puzzle, even with the pieces we already know about.
Exactly. There's always more to learn, more to discover, even in the things we think we understand. And who knows, maybe someday you will be the one making those new discoveries.
Okay, now you've got me hooked. I need to get myself a decent telescope. But before I do that, maybe you can give us a quick rundown of some must-see Messier objects, something for our listeners to put on their observing list.
You got it. Let's start with a crowd pleaser, M45, better known as the Pleiades.
Wow, we've really journeyed through the cosmos today, haven't we? From those nebulae, like giant stellar nurseries, to those ancient globular clusters. It's amazing to think it all started with a guy just trying to find comets.
It just shows you, sometimes the biggest discoveries come from the most unexpected places.
And even more incredible, this catalog he made centuries ago is still a go-to for astronomers. You said it yourself, we're still learning from these objects, even with all our advanced tech.
Oh, absolutely. Each one is like a puzzle, and we keep finding new pieces, new ways to understand them, whether it's how stars are born or what our galaxy was like billions of years ago. The Messier objects hold clues.
It's pretty inspiring, honestly. Makes you want to grab a telescope and just explore.
That's the spirit. And hey, if our listeners are feeling that urge, maybe I can give them a final target to aim for.
Oh, yeah, good one to end on. What would you suggest? Like the Messier object to go try and find tonight?
Tough choice. So many good ones.
Yeah.
But I'd have to say, go for the Orion Nebula. It's just spectacular.
Orion Nebula, why that one in particular?
Well, for starters, it's easy to find, especially in the winter. And even a small telescope will show you those amazing swirls of gas, the colors.
Yeah.
You're literally seeing stars being
And
born.
you had me at colors. I'm definitely adding that to my list. And hey, even if you don't have a telescope, there's still plenty to see up there.
Oh yeah, just getting away from city lights, letting your eyes adjust. You can see so many more stars than you realize. Might even spot a few Messier objects without any equipment at all.
Good point. Sometimes the simplest things are the most mind-blowing.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive, I gotta say. Thanks for taking us on this journey through the Messier catalog. Hopefully everyone listening is feeling a little more cosmically aware and maybe even a little bit inspired.
That's what we aim for. The universe is full of wonders, and there's no better time than now to start exploring them.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So until next time, folks, keep looking up, keep those questions coming, and who knows what we'll uncover together next.